With tourism employing so many people in Bermuda, HSBC is delighted to see support from this government for tourism in general, and specifically to Tucker's Point. Bermuda is really, it's only new 5-star hotel in 35 years. Approval for the SDO sends a strong signal to all stakeholders, including banks, would-be investors, developers, that the government is solidly behind Tucker's Point and the island's hospitality sector. HSBC is pleased to be associated with a top-quality resort such as Tucker's. The partnership with Rosewood, which is one of the premier hotel operators in the world, provides a vote of confidence in Tucker's and further improves Bermuda's profile as a top tourist destination. The hospitality sector is a key economic pillar to Bermuda and to its ongoing success, and HSBC will continue to support that sector where appropriate. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Madam Minister, Mr. Minister. Let me say that from the BIU's perspective, the BIU is very encouraged, looking at particularly our membership over the past 10 or 15 years, where at one point in time, we had about 1,800 members about 4 years ago, and now we see it down to about 11 to 1,200. So we're very encouraged about the partnership between Rosewood and Tucker's Point. We're very encouraged, but I would say that it's the beginning of a relationship that has to begin on mutual trust and mutual respect. They have a job to do. We'll assist wherever we can, but I think that dialogue, communication with the staff is going to be critical going forward. So we are here to basically say that we are here to work with them. We won't take them for granted, and I don't think anyone should take anyone for granted in a particular relationship, because we recognize that each party has a role to play, and each party is going to play that role to the best of their ability. So we're going to do what we can to assist. So we're looking forward to the working relationship, to build a mutual trust and mutual respect that I think is missing in the workplace today. With that, I thank you.
There are various elements of the SDO. There's the residential side of it, there's the hotel side of it. The hotel side of it is actually obviously very, very important to our relationship with Rosewood, and it's also located on one of the most difficult sites from an environmental point of view to understand and to plan. So that all has to be done. We also have a financial reality that we need to make sure that our hotel, Bermuda Tourism, is stable and we have the right financial resources to commence that part of it. So in the interim, to gain the financial resources that are so critical to this hotel, to this property, and frankly to other properties that will follow, we need to get on with our residential component. We've been very successful with the residential component to date, and it is really a continuation of that element of this resort that is important to us. We will commence that with development, construction, new construction, right immediately following the approval of the SDO.
If I can just add, of course, all this will happen once the SDO is approved, and because it is a feature of the legislature, it will have to go to the upper house, and we're expecting that process to conclude at the end of February and perhaps early March. And once that's done, then the process can begin for Tucker's Point and his partners to consider its development options.
Do we have any further questions from members of the media today? No?
If I may just comment, and I know the question was posed at when do we break ground. I think it's important that we appreciate that the significance of today is the fact that we're making the announcement that Rosewood will come on as the brand, as the flag for this facility. That is greatly significant. Yes, I'd appreciate that Mr. Balone would love to have an additional rooms tomorrow, but the fact that he's committed to his brand being with this property as of now allows the opportunity for this facility to be promoted internationally, and with that comes Bermuda to be promoted internationally, and with that becomes a greater attraction to Bermuda with regards to other potential hotel developers and the investment behind it to come here to our island to help improve our product. So while we may question when do we break ground to add more rooms, obviously we would want that to happen as soon as economically feasible. I think what we really need to do right now is to be joyful of the fact that we have a Rosewood brand, a 5-star brand, to promote Bermuda, and just to kind of tag on to what the union president said, with a five-star brand comes the 5-star quality of service. And this is going to be my drumbeat as I go on representing tourism. We as a people need to see each and every one of us as tourism, as a tourism product, and we need to promote ourselves. We need to bring back that feel that people have had in the past about when people come to Bermuda for us, for our hospitality. This is just a product where they come and lay their head. They come to see us and receive us and feel Bermuda. So I just want to make sure that we fully understand. Great brand, we're glad to have the flag here, but we have to provide the service and the hospitality and the love for our tourists that will go with that brand, and the many brands that I am optimistic will follow Rosewood. So thank you.
Well, I respect the role that BEST and other interest groups play with trying to be sort of guardians of our environment, and that's a very good thing. And in fact, I already know that Mr. Tripp and his team have made efforts to reach out to BEST and the other groups to actually talk to them and ensure they are fully informed of what this order is going to be. I encourage the BEST and other groups, National Trust and the others, and Green Rock and whoever they are, to go and get a copy and review them, and they will see in the very text of the SDO the nature of what the order says and how it's been crafted. And I think they'll find a document that provides a good level of protection in the priority of our economics, but also certainly the environmental priority that we know is here at Tucker's Point area. So we encourage them to reach out to the Tucker's Point, but I know Tucker's Point has already made efforts to do so. So I believe that once they actually review the order and have the discussions with Tucker's Point, and if necessary, they can speak to persons within the Department of Planning and Conservation Services who participated in this crafting, they will have, I believe, and they should have a level of comfort in what is going to be done here, subject to the approvals and the conditions that have been outlined.